Well, yeah, I would get dressed in the morning, and sometimes I wouldn't even look in the mirror. I would just leave without looking and then try not to look all day. Because then if you don't know, then you can act like anything. Sometimes you end up seeing yourself. And I would say almost invariably that I would catch myself in a mirror and just wish that I hadn't. Just sort of see myself and go, yeah, well, that's how big you are. Like, that's what you look like. So just try not to look at that anymore. I had gained something like 40 pounds over 4 or 5 years, and I was just not feeling like myself. I was feeling like I was walking around in a fat suit, and I wasn't the confident Maddy that I used to be. I felt withdrawn, frustrated. I didn't feel confident in myself, so I didn't feel confident to say things, to speak up, to offer suggestions, to stand up for myself at work. And it affected, it doesn't just affect, walking upstairs or not being able to run 5 miles. It also affected how, like, possibly my career trajectory, because I was not doing everything that I was capable of doing because I was feeling so not confident. I withdrew into myself a little bit more. I didn't go out. I wasn't meeting new people. I mean, if I had met someone and, had gone on a date back then, I can't imagine that the person, even if they were interested in me, would continue to be interested in me, because I lacked any kind of confidence. So, I feel like I would have sabotaged it by not being happy with myself. I have started exercise programs, and I have done cleanses and to try to jumpstart weight loss, and all of it is good for the 1 week that you dedicate yourself to changing everything. And then it's tiring, so you stop. You feel like you failed, like it's impossible, like you can't do it, like you tried and it didn't work. In 12 weeks, I did the same thing I tried to do for 5 years, and it was easy. First of all, she's really easy to talk to. She seemed to totally understand where I was coming from, and really seemed to get what it was I wanted. She explained that changing a couple things at a time, little things, eventually will lead to all of those things being changed at the end. But doing them all at once is almost never successful. So, knowing that there was gonna be someone there telling me, change this little thing this week, and then change this little thing the next week. That was the main thing. I was like, great, I want someone to tell me every week what little thing I can change, so that at the end I can get to this big change. I was able to start cooking for myself and not order out all the time, and add exercise and all of this stuff in the first few weeks. And it was easy, and it didn't feel like a big change. I couldn't believe that I would be cooking for myself, that somehow this would be something that I could fit into my life. But lo and behold, I barely eat out. I thought I didn't have the time, so I was resistant. I didn't believe it, but really adding 15 minutes here and there, and I'm much stronger than I was. She has some little phrases that she says that are like catchy phrases, and sometimes, you hear them and you're like, here's a little catchy phrase, here's a little, bon mot that's gonna be stuck in my head. But then it gets stuck in your head, and you hear it, and later you're mad because, yep, there she is telling me when I'm about to choose what my lunch is. She's in there going like, focus on the inputs. And you're like, okay, okay, Lisa, fine. Let's talk about clothes. I went down about 3 sizes. I went through my closet and I have a giant pile of clothes to give away. Now when I catch myself in the mirror, I think, look at those cute things. I feel like myself again. I feel like I've shed the sad Maddy suit I was wearing before, and now I feel like myself. My work life has improved. I feel more confident. I walk around more confident. I feel like I am now seen as the expert that I am in my field. And so I've spoken up, I've taken more responsibility. I have reached out to my boss to say that I should be in charge of the new hire. And yeah, I mean, I will say that I feel so much more confident, and I feel like it's totally affecting my work. Yeah, I started dating. I started dating. I decided that I had good things to say about myself. I feel better. I started going out, social dancing. I have been going out and meeting people, and yeah, and maybe I met someone special. I don't know. Maybe, we'll see. I might have.